December 31st, 2020. I don't even know where to begin. I think it's fair to say that this has been one of the most challenging years for many of us, but we'll get to that. The year started off fairly normal. For New Year's 2020, Shannon and I went to my friend Corey's show in Marina del Rey to help ring in the good year, or at least what we had hopes for. It wasn't too far into the new year when tragedy struck.
LA Times is reporting that retired Los Angeles Lakers basketball star Kobe Bryant has been killed in a helicopter crash.
The passing of Kobe Bryant sent a shockwave all around the world. I got the opportunity to attend his memorial service at the first Lakers game after his passing. While it was beautiful, there wasn't a dry eye in the entire stadium. Not only was he a legend professionally, the impact he had on America was clearly massive. In February, my mental health took a turn for the worst. I felt like I needed to run away, so I did. I took a 2-week break from social media to focus on myself. Shane and I took a weekend road trip to the Kelso Dunes in the Mojave Desert. We climbed the dunes, filmed a cool video, and even helped a woman find her phone that she lost in the barren landscape. We then drove to Palm Springs, where we explored and stayed the night at a cool hotel. It was definitely the getaway trip I needed, but I didn't realize just how much at the time, because just a few weeks later, life as we knew it would change drastically.
More on the COVID-19 crisis.
Breaking news tonight, President Trump declaring the coronavirus a national emergency.
As we know, the World Health Organization just declared this a global health emergency.
COVID-19 rocked America in ways that many of us had never experienced. Businesses were shut down, grocery store shelves were empty due to panic buying, masks were required everywhere, and many of us had to adapt to working from home every single day. It was like we were living in a movie. Everything just seemed so different and so bleak, especially living in a city like LA where numbers were higher and guidelines were super strict. And then, with the police brutality attack against George Floyd in May, everything got even heavier, as he's just one of the many, many names. While the spotlight on racial injustice amplified across the world, I used the time to research and give back, but even that didn't seem like enough. Watching the news became suffocating. Every day seemed like a struggle. Finding the little joys in life is how I got through this year. Creating funny videos with my roommate, journaling and writing letters to loved ones, and reconnecting and getting even closer with friends from high school on the app Marco Polo. When COVID numbers died down a bit in late August, I used flight credits that were about to expire to visit my friends and family in Marietta and Pittsburgh. And for some, it was a complete surprise. I learned the WAP dance, I got to meet my family's new puppies that eat everything in sight, and I got to see my friend Carly get married. It was more laid back than my normal trips, as we tried to be as safe as possible, but I'm glad I got to see who I could. In October, I turned 28, and then I left my job of 3.5 years to pursue another editing opportunity. I'll forever be thankful for Consumer Track, its people, and for what they've given me. Meanwhile, I am really excited for my new adventure and for what's to come. At the beginning of November, my parents came to LA to spend a long weekend with me, knowing we wouldn't be together for the holidays to come. We had a beach day, played board games, and just simply hung out. A few weeks later, my friend Keith came to LA to spend Thanksgiving with me because he knew I was going to be alone. We made our first turkey, laughed as hard as we always do, and even witnessed a cool dance circle happen at night on Venice Beach. After the tree was set up in December, I was able to spend a majority of the month in self-reflection, which I love doing. I spent Christmas with my cat, opened presents with family on FaceTime, and once again, focused on the little things life does bring me. 2020 was a tragic year for all of us. However, I want to be thankful for the good things. I moved out of my apartment and into another in the same complex that is not only essentially bigger, but cheaper. Alex and Melanie had their first baby and my first unbiological nephew, Jack, and Charity and Josh had their first baby and my first unbiological niece, Evelyn. My extremely talented and beautiful mom graduated from nursing school, and my sister got engaged to Dustin, so I'll be getting my first brother-in-law.
Yeah.
2020, thank you for awareness. Thank you for making us realize what we take for granted, for educating us on ways we can give back, and how we can strive for a more equal world tomorrow.